This is a right cymbal, the biggest one. They call her a percussion girl. You should strike it gently. A musical wunderkind. This is a tom drum, it sounds like that. She became famous at the age of 7. Well-known musicians, not only representatives of Ukrainian show business, praise her talents in their personal blogs. This is the cymbal, I've already crashed. The teachers who come to give her lessons ask for autographs. Here's a crash cymbal, it sounds like that. And this is a splash cymbal on it. Here's a tambourine. It is noteworthy that this young girl named Katya was awarded the All-Ukrainian Miracle Child Award in the nomination The Most Creative Child 2016. The story of this girl is in fact quite unique, as there have not been similar cases in the history of music. So what exactly is behind the phenomenon of young Katya's musical talent? Katya Kuziakina started to play spontaneously when she was still in kindergarten, using the first available objects, pencils and chopsticks. She was just sitting there and playing something subconsciously, tapping her foot, tapping the chopsticks. She started disturbing the entire family. The older sister was playing her favorite music video on her computer, and Katya began copying the music as she felt it should sound. She was tapping with incredible enthusiasm for such a young age, and also demonstrated amazing synchronicity. Nevertheless, nobody in the family was in a rush to buy her a drum kit. I didn't want to buy her drums, but her activeness reached a boiling point. I came home in the evening, pulled up my computer chair program, and then I left it, because it was impossible to work on it. The keyboard was filled with splinters of drumsticks. So in this way, Katya finally got their attention. In this way, Katya got a drum set earlier than a school bag. She was in kindergarten at that moment. Her father took all the family savings, went to Kiev, bought a drum set, brought it home, opened up the box and assembled it. In the evening, he took Katya from kindergarten, led her to the tool shed, and told her to take a look at what was inside. Katya came in, and the drum kit is set up there. She was so thrilled. I was standing there crying. I was crying because a 6-year-old child saw the drum set and asked me, "Daddy, is this mine?" She started making noise on the drum kit, ran around it examining all the pieces. Everyone has a talent, but we're not always able to understand where it lies. We begin to develop one sphere, but the talent may be in another sphere. This is an important aspect for parents, to understand where the talent of their child lies. If the child likes it, if she feels the rhythm, she feels comfortable behind the drums, then why not let the child practice? I mean, I watched her and immediately understood with what pleasure she was playing. The clear-sighted father believed in the perseverance of his 6-year-old daughter, but a new level required new skills. And it was no longer my chair. She thought she would sit behind the kid and become like Buddy Rich, but it was not that simple. So then she got into the daily grind. Moreover, there is no music school in the village where Katya's family lives, and there is no school with the drum class within 70 kilometers. Therefore, the girl began to learn the subtleties of drumming without a mentor. She listened to music, she listened to the song several times, playing it on the iPad in the house. Then she went to her music studio, which was in the backyard tool shed, and tried to reproduce melodies on the drums. When she does not get a song, we watch the video in which the drummer of the band is playing. Thus, the thirst for knowledge drove the child, forcing her to get the hang of it, study and adopt the musical techniques of professionals. She found her own world. She lives in it. A great jazz pianist, Armando Chick Corea, once said, "Self-education is the best education." But often self-taught people face misunderstanding and prejudice. In 2015, the young drummer girl named Katya was invited to a casting of a famous Ukrainian talent show. But they told us we were not the type they wanted. The children returned home very upset. All except Lera, the eldest daughter in the Kuziakin family. She firmly decided to support her younger sister. She dressed her up in an embroidered blouse, gave her a pair of glasses and said to her, "Let's make a video of how you play." They created a channel, filmed the video and uploaded it onto the channel. We just put the YouTube link on Facebook. It was a cover of the song Nakrilo by Mad Heads XL. And that was it. In the morning, friends called waking me up, and they said, "Open Facebook, have a look." I opened it and saw everyone posting her, including Ukrainian stars and people from abroad. I myself do not know how it happened. I was in complete shock. Ironically, after failure at a famous competition, the first amateur video literally blew away the network. The reaction of internet users had done its job and paved the way for a rising star in Ukrainian show business. This irrevocably changed the life of the entire Kuziakin family. And Katya got 14 million views in 2 days. The young drummer girls succeeded. They posted a video, that's all. I was like, can it be my Katya? It's hard to fathom that this was happening to my child. I just go sit behind the drum kit and start playing. I'm personally rejoiced that there are followers who love this stuff as well, especially when they start doing it professionally. It's really cool. And it was not for nothing. Right after the dizzying success in social networks, professional Ukrainian drummers and real stars started to discover this natural genius from a village. They invited Katya to rehearsals and performances. And while the number of views and comments from internet users is only numbers and letters for a child, the direct interaction with such respected masters opened up in her a real awareness of the immensity and intensity of what was happening. Her parents became convinced once again that they had discovered a true talent, not just some banal childish whim. This was also confirmed by the stable status of the winner of many national and international competitions. She went to the US, Spain, Finland. There was also an international contest in Kiev. The girl took part in the latest contest in Las Vegas thanks to crowdfunding, because the family budget could not cover the cost of airline tickets. She won the grand prize at the contest in Las Vegas and returned to her native land of Ukraine as a real up-and-coming star in the music industry. When I'm playing, I'm imagining numbers or something like that. For example, I need to play the drums a number of times. After the discovery of the middle daughter's rare sense of rhythm, the whole family was elated and became a cohesive team of support. To his own surprise, but with great pleasure, Alexander responsibly took upon himself the role of producer. Katya's mother, as a reliable backup, takes care of the comfort and coziness of her beloved ones. Our mom helps us to pack suitcases. She worries about Katya's performances. The elder sister, Lera, is engaged in the creation and promotion of videos with Katya in the internet space. Thus, the family quickly turned into an impromptu video production studio. Video covers began appearing in the internet, featuring the young and amazing Katya behind the drum kit.
где ведьма, я решила ее накрасить.
In the witch video, I decided she needed witch-style makeup. I switched off the lights and it was flashing my phone during the reprise. That's all.
Включали, когда припев, оно так мигало, фонарик, и все. Она свои тоже идеи.
She adds her ideas, says what she wants. I accept them, and somehow we combine our ideas.
И как-то совмещаем. Я свои, она свои.
Probably the most important thing is not the extent of your child's genius or talent, but how much they are happy in this sphere and doing what they do best. When Katya flies into a passion, it's hard to stop her. She plays in her rehearsal room until late at night, but she admits that she often does not have enough enthusiasm for systematic daily exercises. That's when the parents need to give their support. Encouragement is the key, because if you do not practice, you won't become, for example, a famous drummer, or a guitarist, or a singer. I want to be a famous drummer.
Я хочу быть барабанщиком знаменитым.
Therefore, after having become famous and having reached the first peak of her popularity, the young drummer did not stop in her development. Katya learned the notes and now accomplishes things she could not master before, thus making her innate talent shine like a radiant diamond. Sometimes she gets help from people like herself who are irresistible.
Молодец. И запомни, все, что ты играешь, ты должна осознавать.
As for everything you play, remember, you should understand how it is written in the notes.
Левая, видишь, она практически над малым барабаном.
The left hand is really close to the snare, you see?
Замечаешь, видишь? Ага, ты уже с акцентами играешь, да?
You're already playing with accents, right?
Да, отлично.
Yes, perfect. Look, here it should be looped.
Не надо долго объяснять.
I really like the fact that you do not have to explain to her something for too long. What is more, she grasps the difficult things you explain in a flash. This is cool. This is a new generation.
Талант состоит из труда на 90%. Есть теория 10 тысяч часов.
Talent is 90% hard work. There's a theory of 10,000 hours. According to it, a person must spend a certain amount of hours in order to achieve outstanding success in some sphere. This can drag on for 10 years or can be concentrated in 3 years. But in the latter case, it is very hard work. Can a child withstand this work?
Но тогда это действительно очень напряженный труд. Может ли ребенок выдержать этот труд?
Deciding not to deprive Katya of her childhood, parents adhere to a free but balanced style of raising their child, and sometimes even deliberately distract their daughter from the drums. For example, a bicycle her parents bought for her became like a Trojan horse, carried the child away, and Katya did not even approach the drums for a week. She came, played, and treated herself to it.
Лето на улице, да?
All summer outside. Bike, dogs, swings, and swimming pool.
Качели, бассейн.
Despite this temporary distraction, the girl child's Prodigy always returns to her favorite drum kit.
Она нашла свой мир. Вот в этом она живет в этом, и плюс оно еще ей дает какие-то возможности.
She found her own world. She lives in it. The musical talent allowed a simple Ukrainian schoolgirl to see the world, illuminated her life with colors, and opened new opportunities for her development. If you like doing something, go for it.
Идите вперед.
Daring and talented, bold and restless, independent and happy. These are positive traits that ensure the future of Ukraine.